Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dreams align, show them who you are, unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe. Psychedelic journeys, hearts aligned, step into the future, greatness redefined. Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain. Welcome to unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free. Your potential unlocked, just believe. Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dreams align, show them who you are, unleash your potential.
Good morning. Thank you that you join us again for our weekend motivational talk, Kings 88.5 weekend motivational lecture talk, whatever you can call it. Unleash your potential on this 31st day of January 2025. We are excited, motivated, spirited, inspired on this day again that we can come together to share our knowledge with each other and we can friendship each other, impact each other. Thank you so very kindly. I appreciate your presence. I'm Sam Andrews.
Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain. Unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free. Your potential unlocked, just believe.
Again, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate your being with us. Kings 88.5 motivational talk. Unleash your potential. Everybody, not a single person without the potential. Everyone, every person created by God on earth existing got the potential. You don't have the potential when you are dead because potential means substance, worth, ability. Everyone got that substance, got the worth, got the ability, and everyone can put it out. And just so you know, it is the future for everybody. In one of our lectures, we told you that the future is not a place, a specific place, not a warehouse with everything you want in it. The future is the mind, just as God placed gift into us and He placed eternity in our hearts. So the future is right here. Remember what He said? As a man thinketh. So everything comes from here. Life success from here. Life struggle from here. Coming out of difficulty from here. Just everything, even spiritual warfare, the mind, everything from right here. You got the potential. Don't overlook yourself. Don't develop a sit down attitude and be self sorry, just like Martin Luther King, not Martin, but Malcolm X. He said, if you develop a sit down attitude, you'll get a sit down result. That was civil rights motivation to get them out. Malcolm Martin Luther King comes to say, even if the man builds his house in the wood, WOOD, the wall, WORLD, will find a beaten path. And what that means is to get him out, to use his potential. The wall runs after your potential, but the wall wouldn't run after your potential if you are not displaying it. Nothing in life, in terms of what you want, where you want to get, what you want to achieve, by just feeling impressed. It is when you envision and then you actualize the vision that you have, the future you need. Last week, the focus was on money, and the lecture was money is good, look for it. And I told you I didn't figure out anything all by myself as I usually do from my observation, imagination, and a lot more. By coincidence, this Liberian song is playing, and then I'm listening, and the song is all about money, and the message makes every sense, inspiring and motivating. And so I thought to script an idea from that song to do a lecture. And the only piece I added was look for it. But the first line, money is good, came from the songwriter. I only added look for it. So the entire lecture last week was not my own idea, but the writer's idea, the song producer, and that credit, as it was given to him last week, must also be given to him this week as we run through or do the recap. Yeah, is it? Let's go over that song again, or let's have a listen to it again. Money is good. Look for it.
Money, yeah. Uh-huh. You want rabbit car, you want let go love, you want it good food. You want photos, you want be let do, you want it big you. You won't care your play for people to say, man, brabby, hello. You want dress to impress the men and to say that you the prefer. Look for the money, 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 money. Not too much in as soon as they bring that money, bring it on my head. When you get it, my about your 278. No more better keep up with that one in your face. You go in one guy. I say that money, baby man. Everybody want more money, man, to be the best friend. But for the non do it can make you know that you can live up there for people, they can hear that what on you. It can make you proud when you not know you can drive the key. You not know that money can be big at chance. Some people only believe in the cash violence. Come on. You gotta get it. No matter who you are, you gotta look for the markers. You want Robbie car, you want little love, you want eat good food. Look for money. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want eat big too. Look for money. You want care your play for people to say, man, Robbie, hello. Look for money. You want dress to impress for men and to say that you the duper. Look for the money, 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 money. Oh, brother. I often had the money to do and the money to buy, the money to find and the money to walk, the money to speak and the money to power. Oh Lord, can I live without the money? I should feel the church on Sunday with P&D. Being able to pay my tithes and my offering without the money. I'm skinning and body winking. Doesn't love me, into my me. If I had the money, I would bring the whole world down. If I had the power to make money, everyone would give to the poor, give to the blind, position to my for the less fortunate. Give to the poor, give to the blind, position to my for the less fortunate. You want a big car, you want little love, you want eat good food. Look for money. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want eat big too. Look for money. You want care your play for people to say, man, grabby, hello. Look for money. You want dress to impress for men and to say that you the duper. Look for money.
Activate.
Sunday go, Sunday buy, want you there, someone buy, show your friend and clear how. For beginning to call you bro, or probably away, and I'm only about them up. Me, I don't know. While the war is not fair, no more clever student, everybody pay him back. He just got the body, but he made you pass him back. No justice for the poor, money man, and costing for they will kill an envelope. You will lead in the hole. Just because you poor, they will step on your toe. Me, I know you want to roll. With that fine girl, but you getting on yourself. You could say you belly. My man, you got the money in your wallet. You're not the mile why you not identify. Even when you tell people, we not recognize it. You want a big car, you want little love, you want eat good food. Look for money. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want eat big too. Look for money. You want care your play for people to say, man, grabby, hello. Look for money. You want dress to impress for men and to say that you the duper. Look for money. You want a big car, you want little love, you want eat good food. Look for money. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want eat big too. Look for money. You want care your play for people to say, man, grabby, hello. Look for money. You want dress to impress for men and to say that you the duper. Look for money.
I can only encourage you if you want to take your life to another level as you have or you have taught to listen to this song. They are two. There's the next one called, it's on the same morning. It's on the same morning. You want to listen to this one. I advise that you just listen to them. They are inspiring, going to help you, provided you don't find it necessary, but they are good. Have a listen to this one.
Yes, young exclusive.
Fifine come on in, my brother to look at it in a play. 15 come on in, my sister to look at it in a play. Mama looking for money, Mama looking for money, Uncle looking for money, everybody looking for money. Creating the come money, my color to look for it in a play. Creating the come money, my sister to look for it in a play. Only looking for money, the sister are looking for money. You're not for them looking for money. Everybody looking for money. I want the money, I want the money. Who want the money and then people want the money. Oh, I walk money for the money. Money is a root of evil. Brother, take time before you trouble. Some go for the money, some steal for the money. Some go to jail without no regret. Do nothing for the poor because of money. Call on every sister, also for your money. All my staff up, also for your money. Get to some power, don't work for your money. For your money, don't work for your money. Creating the come money, my brother to look for it in a play. Creating the come money, my sister to look for it in a play. Come looking for money. Baba looking for money, Babu looking for money, everybody looking for money. The thing they call money, my color to look for it in a play. The thing they call money, my sister to look for it in a play. Only looking for money, my sister looking for money, and I put them looking for money, everybody looking for money. The time I was picking, mama used to say I will hustle. I begin 18, I begin a squeezy for, yeah, for money. That will feed my family. Money sweet oh, you work for I looking for my money. Me, I will hustle to pay my heart. Me, I will hustle to follow my car. Yeah. Some people hustle to use the battle. Some people hustle to jump over. To all my scrapper, hey, don't fall in power. Yeah. Hustle for your money, yeah. Creating the come money, my brother to look for it in a play. Creating the come money, my sister to look for it in a play. Mama looking for money, Baba looking for money, Babu looking for money, everybody looking for money. Creating the come money, my brother to look for it in a play. Creating the come money, my sister to look for it in a play. Boy, you looking for money, my sister looking for money, and I put them looking for money, everybody looking for money. Which I bet I said no my guess. Everybody hustle hard for the money. The plan want the money and the people want the money. They want to get it so they need to hustle. The time all of the men is at the end of the line. And you won't go, no better day. No money, no loss, so she don't want to stay. No man is on island, no man stay alone. Brother and sister, hustle for your money. Don't rush for the money. The thing they call money, my brother to look for it in a play. The thing they call money, my sister to look for it in a play. Baba looking for money, Baba looking for money, Babu looking for money, everybody looking for money. The thing they call money, my brother to look for it in a play. The thing they call money, my sister to look for it in a play. Only looking for money, yes, it's Baba looking for money, and I put them looking for money, everybody looking for money. And the money business that is a thing. You know this time around, a lot of people do funny thing for the money. Yeah, yes. Why you music? Don't sing. Make my music Tuesday. Make it Tuesday. Yeah, well, shut up. Let us go one time. Rest in peace.
In youth, Young Master exclusive.
Credit to Bill C and Little Bishop, the two Liberian musicians, with those two songs. Money is good, look for it. Money is good, just look for it. One of his lines, he said, money is sweeter only if you can look for it. He said, money is sweeter only if you can look for it. It is my understanding is money wouldn't walk to you. Listening to that line when he said money is sweeter only if you can look for it. And then he said, I will look for my money. It tells us that money wouldn't walk to you if you don't look for it. No. So that was our lecture last week. Why money is good. Look for it. They give me the idea. The airlines, I only added why money is good. Let's do a recap as quickly as we can, and then we'll move into what we have for today. We said last week that money is anything used for the exchange of goods and services. Money is coin or paper, banknote or currency. The question, why is money good? Because it provides security by meeting the basic human needs like food, shelter, healthcare, education, relationship, just everything you think of. What it does extra, it acts as the tool, we said last week, to exchange for goods and services. It facilitates comfortable and control life. What money doesn't do, it does not guarantee or gives one happiness. It aids the resources or resource to build your life as you want, but it does have limitation. And then we talk about some of the benefits, if not all, of money. It ensures you can afford the important things in life: clothing, housing, just everything you need. That it gives you protection against unexpected events like job loss, illness. It gives you financial stability and satisfaction. It gives you the power, no doubt, to make choices about where you want to live, the activities you want to pursue, how you want to pursue it or them, the ability to leave undesirable things and situation. It puts you in the position to provide and care for your family and contribute to your well-being personally. That money is good because it is the powerful tool that removes daily burdens. And not only that, it unlocks opportunities, giving you control over your life and ability to build a secure and fulfilling future. And then there was this question: is money the only key to good life? The answer is complex. Not everything important comes with money. Why money opens and closes doors, it cannot provide that intrinsic self or the reason behind your interest. Certainly not. It cannot go with love. It cannot be replaced. It cannot buy anything of that nature in that intrinsic realm. Love, relationship, just everything. No, it does have limitation, but it is essential for living. It does not in any way uh, stabilize true love, deep intimacy, genuine friendship, respect, and on and on. Good health, extra time, sleep, happiness, all of those things carried on, kindness, personal growth. No, it does not. It helps around that, but it is never the absolute. With that short recap, let's focus on what we've got for today in the next few minutes, and then we are out on Unleash Your Potential. This week or this weekend focus is on why focusing on yourself why focusing on yourself is important with money. Why focusing on yourself is important with money is this morning's lecture. Why focusing on yourself is important with money. I didn't say why focusing on yourself is important. I said why focusing on yourself is important with money. The key word to that existential line is money. I could have said why it is important or why focusing on yourself is important. That is a sentence by itself, understandable. But because we discussed why money is good, look for it last week, we thought to look at it from another angle so that as you go about your daily life, you will know what or why it is important to pursue money. And let me inject this. This lecture is not intended monetarily to lead you into doing awful things, getting into things that are not right simply because you need money. Certainly not. It is only intended to tell you the importance of money and the life that you will need, the driving force, the lifeblood to that life. Success, education, whatever you would need, sustaining your business, sustaining your education, need something of basic necessities. It all starts with money. Simply that you develop a focus and determined mind to pursue so that life can look at you and incorporate you. The focus this morning, why focusing on yourself is important with money. I want to start, and I should, this lecture with a couple of quotes from great individuals who I find interesting, and I thought to share it or share them with you, their lines on money, individual. Stephen A. Smith said in one of his lectures, if you are in the world of business, that means you are in the business of making money. Interesting. It's motivating. Stephen A. Smith, in one of his lectures, said, if you are in the world of business, that means you are in the business of making money. And if that is your intent, what that means is you got a whole new future before you. You're not going to be scratching your head. You're not going to be saying that life is hard. Things are just difficult. I can understand my life. And you cannot understand your life when you're just not thinking out of the box. But there is everything life and everything opportunities to give yourself the kind of life that you need, if and only if you can just start from up here. Andy Warhol, Andy Warhol, in his lecture too, said, money, making money, making money is art, A-R-T, art, not A-C-T. Money making is art, and art is simply that which one does always, all of the time. You get that? That's what art is, A-R-T. Doing something all of the time, always with perfection. He said, making money is art, and working is art, and good business is the best art. What is the lifeblood? What is the engine of all that he said? Money. Idowu Koyenekia said, money is always eager and ready to work for anyone. Money is always eager and ready to work for anyone who is ready to employ it. You cannot employ money when you don't pursue it. Money works for you. You dictate the money. You determine the pace. You determine the atmosphere. You make the decision. Money is just a usable tool, but you have to strive for it in a positive way. William J. Cameron said, money never starts an idea. Money never starts an idea. It is the idea that starts the money. Oh, how this is insightful. Money never starts an idea. It is the idea that starts the money. And take a picture of society, our society. You not part of Liberia, in Liberia. Just take this picture, not imagination. You have seen people, they want things done, yet they are talking about the money. They are just talking about money. Instead of thinking out an idea, they're talking about the money, how much they want, and when they get the money, what they need to do. That is not an idea. You put money first, you're not going to get what you want because there isn't an idea. Money is not an idea. Money is a tool. Money is that which you use to get what you need or to take you from one level to another or to take your life to another. What drives the money or what brings the money is the idea. He's right. Money, he said, never starts an idea. It is the idea that starts the money. Everything evolves from the idea. Vincent McNam said, how different would this country be if we were engaging in making money, and many in making things. Then I thought also to share with you a couple of lines on the usage. That was the importance of money, the usage. Antitypical finance. Antitypical finance in one of their indexes. This is what they said. Money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it would not replace you as a driver. Yes. Dave Ramsey said, money is a servant. Money is a servant if you control it. It is a master if it controls you. Usage. Robert Kiyosaki said, it is not how much money you make. It is not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. It is not how much money you make, but it is how much money you keep. How hard it works for you and how many generations you keep it for. Lastly, the philosopher Edmund Burke. Hear what he said. If we command our wealth, we shall be rich and free. If our wealth commands us, we are poor indeed. Let's now focus on the meat of this lecture. Why focusing on yourself is important with money. Focusing on yourself is important with money since it is an added value to your personality. Investing in yourself, invest is the same as focus. Investing simply means you are changing what the philosophers will refer to as metaphysics. That means your entire identity. You can change your personal metaphysics. You can change the metaphysics of your house. You can change the metaphysics of your office. It means giving oneself or an institution, your office, just anything, a new identity. And that's investing. And you get the return on that investment. Investing in yourself is crucial because you are your own greatest asset. No one is an asset for you. You are. And if you cannot focus on yourself, if you cannot invest in yourself, no one can take on that role as your asset. Yeah, it's why focusing on yourself is important with money. Investing in yourself tells you that you are worth the investment. Changing your personality for accommodation against avoidance. Let me explain this simply. When you are focusing on yourself, it means you have an idea of yourself. It means that you are either satisfied or not satisfied with yourself. Principally, you aren't satisfied. So the focus will lead you to reasoning out or identifying certain things that you would think need improvement so that it gives you a better outlook. Simple. Against avoidance. Avoidance aids where people feel uncomfortable to incorporate you or to accommodate you because your personality is not representative of their liking. Hence, they tend to avoid. That is why when people have money, and this is not for everybody, except for those who know what self-identity is, they change their personality. That's when you hear people, when they see them outside, they say, "Ah, you look good, man. Wow, I like your appearance. You're so unique." Do you know why some people, some ladies and some men, they get so uncomfortable when they hear a lady praising a man based on how he dresses, and they would think that it is wrong because that is not his wife or her husband. They think that it is only the man's wife should acknowledge his appearance, or only the husband should acknowledge the man's appearance. If someone other than being in that relationship realm does that or said that, then they see the person as being unruly. No, it simply means that is an attraction. It's not an attraction for affection. It's an attraction for admittance. And it is normal. The person don't have to be in relationship with that person to acknowledge that the person dress code is of great importance. The man looks at the lady and say, "Wow, I like your dress code." What the person is referencing is not that the person is saying that I like you as a person. The person is referencing the focus, how the person focused on himself and the investment the person made on himself or herself that changed his or her identity. Or to say it this way so that you get it good, personality, identity. It's not wrong. I have seen, if I've seen my friend when they well dressed, they say, "Oh, I like your suit. I like your." I'm not referring to their just praising. No, I'm referencing the mentor and how that mentor focused on that personality, and that personality gives a new identity to himself. It's not bad to acknowledge. You only say this person, whatever the dollars he worked for or she worked for, use it on himself or herself reasonably and gave him or her a new identity. Investing in yourself tells you that you are worth the investment, changing your personality for accommodation against avoidance. Another benefit of focusing on yourself with money, it gives you the freedom to make independent and secure decisions without relying on others. It gives you the freedom to make independent and secure decisions without relying on others. When you can look for money, when you can focus on yourself with the few dollars you have, you don't need to have thousands of dollars. You don't need to have millions of dollars. You don't need to have trillions of dollars. You only need to have the sense to focus on yourself, and the few dollars you have, you're going to use that to change your identity. It also helps you move from reckless spending to purposeful, value based spending. When you are focusing on yourself, you're putting out your orientation, your understanding of the now and the future. So it helps you to move away from reckless spending. Reckless spending is where a person has dollars and the person does not have a layout plan, but the person does have the started plan. Whichever way it is distorted, but it is a plan. A plan is what leads a person or what drives a person into action. Reckless simply means disjointed, disorganized, nothing well thought out. But the person does have a plan. Move to this place, do the one, call friends, do that one. Before he or she can realize it, the money is finished. And that's when the real plan now comes into the person's mind, and the person began to think and use the expression, if I had known, I wouldn't have spent this way. I wouldn't have gone to XYZ friends. I would have done this, but it's over. When you are focusing on your stuff, you know exactly what you mean. Listen, when I say focusing on your stuff, this is a reference for just everything you are, yourself, your house, your business, just everything. The proper usage of money. When you earn money, when you look for money, you strive for money, you work hard for money, you use it wisely so it gives you what you want, the kind of life you want, the kind of future you want. No one can determine your future, only you, because you are your greatest asset. You are your own future. If you can, nobody does. Another thing it does is you build a strong foundation that generates better long-term financial results, which in our Liberian parlance we call saving. It helps you. If you cannot focus on yourself, neglecting to focus on yourself can lead to a living according to someone's standard. If you cannot focus on yourself, you lead a life by another person's standard. And I cannot tell you, in our society, too many people are like that today. They are living by the standard, the whims and caprice, the decision of other people. It's because they have been negligible. You want to be very careful, avoid any negligible act in your life as you focus on yourself with what you have. You can focus on your business, focus on your schooling, focus on your work, focus on just everything. There are people who they are working in an office at an institution, not making very much, but they know their life. So the person focuses on himself or herself. The person knows his or her background. So what the person is earning, the person is not going to be negligible. The person isn't going to be reckless. The person instead, knowing who he is, knowing his background, going to be very circumspective in his expenditure with the little. Again, I should say, I cannot tell you how many people in this country, the little, they manage it. And when you see them, you think they are rich. Some of the references that people make when they see people outside, they say, oh, my man, yeah, that job you're doing, the job, you're really getting good thing from that job, or you are being well paid. But that is not true. It is only because the person is manageable with a few dollars, focusing on himself and striving for a good future. It all starts with you. That's why one of the quotes says, money does not start the idea. It is the idea that starts the money. By focusing on yourself with your money, your few dollars, whatever it is, you can create a roadmap to achieve specific aspirations in life, whether it is building a home, buying a car, starting a business, pursuing education, getting married, whatever. You can make that decision. And nothing works without money. But there are a number of things that you can get started without money. But when you develop the idea, you need money. Focusing on yourself with your few dollars is an investment in yourself, your future, and your ability to live a secure and fulfilling life on your own terms and not the terms of another person. You are independent. Everyone is independent. No one that is not independent. And I'm not referencing those below the age of reasoning called children. A reference for the literate ones, the average ones. Everyone is independent. You aren't independent when you can rely on others' idea to lead your life. And I cannot tell you how that led people, many people, into disaster. The best gift you can give yourself is focusing on yourself, only by yourself, with your monetary security, and you are the determinant. The best gift you can give yourself is focusing on yourself, only by yourself, with your monetary security, and you are the determinant. You decide. Money raises self-esteem. Money raises self-esteem, but largely it depends on you. It depends on you, how you are exposed to keep focus on yourself. It all depends on you. That's why I thought to share some of those quotes with you. As we gradually wind down, you might ask this question rhetorically: is money the essential factor of life? Not an outright question or outright yes, I can give you. Certainly not. But what I do know is money is a key factor of human existence. And it is an existential, it is a natural, or I should say it this way, supernatural and natural phenomena. From a supernatural perspective, when God created war, was one of the elements he brought into being. Why did he bring it into being? Because there can be no existence without money, and there can be no money without existence. It is against that backdrop that money played a very essential part in the existence of the dispensations, the past dispensations. Money is playing a central role in this dispensation. Money will continue to play a very vital role in the next dispensations. Money will always be around in the next world. That tells you why and how money is important. And last week, at the close of the lecture, I said that money is good. God imputed money in our existence because it is an integral part. It is essential that He wants us to use money. He put it there principally for us to use. And that He did not say that money is not good. Neither did He say that nobody should use money. In First Timothy, which we reference, that most people would quote and interpret it to mean that money is bad, that you should not have much money, you should not have, that is absurd. Don't ever believe that. You look at the line. He said, for the love of money. That is a reference for money is good. Love, love. Then, what did he say? The next line tells you of the obsession for money. It is the obsession that blindfolds, that leads to reckless decision making, that leads to turning, and on and on. In the days of old, the people use money. Now, if you are a Christian and you read the Bible, you will see money of different categories. You will see money, you will see coin, you will see shekel, you will see denarii, and on and on. All of those money they used during those days. Without money, they couldn't have existed as they did with money. Without money today, we can exist as we are. Money is essential. Money is principally to do a lot more, but principally focusing on yourself, changing your identity, changing the identity of your office, changing the identity of yourself, making a decision where you want to live, how you want to live there, where you want to go, and a lot more. Money is essential. It is an essential factor in life as a whole. And modern life, for meeting basic needs, which we talk about from the onset: food, shelter, healthcare, education, providing security, making a decision of your own. Why it is crucial, why money is crucial for stability, and just so you know, it reduces stress too. Money is generally considered a tool for living rather than the ultimate source of happiness, which is often found in relationships, purpose, and health. Money does not give you happiness, but money can relieve the stress that you have. A balanced life often involves money. A balanced life often involves money. So we agree that money really does not work well in the intrinsic realm, that is love, relationship, and all those things, happiness. We agree 100% that money does not really. But money strikes a balance in there. If a person is stressful for whatever the reason, it doesn't involve money, and the person does not have money, but the person wants to come out of that stress. Somebody who comes along with money has a solution to help that person get off. So the person might say, okay, let me get this for you, or let me take you to this place, or let me just some kind of solution. What that person will be using to de-stress that person is money. It's a balance right there. Somebody might be happy for whatever the reason, but you do not have money to achieve what you want. But you are happy within yourself. But what good is that happiness when the sustaining factor, the lifeblood, isn't there? Money. The happiness will just be temporary. And you have seen it. Many people in our society, money strikes a balance. Money is a fundamental, functional necessity. Money is a fundamental, functional necessity for survival. Now, listen, some people will say money doesn't save you. No, money saves. Money doesn't save when it is not available. People will say, oh, they will put that on health grounds. Yes, it has substance, but money saves a number of people in critical condition. Money wouldn't save you when your condition is beyond solution. That when you die, people have spent money, thousands of dollars from their account exhausted, and other goodwill people come along and put money there for survival. It's not that money was not available. It only means the situation, the solution was not found. Have you not heard doctors say we did everything? Or this person's system this way was damaged? We tried. Every other thing, the medication, doctors working, every other thing, that's money. On the other hand, if the person does not have the money, the doctors are not attending to that person. Then, if the person dies, then you can say your argument will be right, and I will agree with you. But money saves. Money have saved countless life on the brink of death. Money has restored happiness. Money is just significant in every aspect, and it only depends how one thinks or uses it. Money is a fundamental functional necessity for survival, but it is not, I should impute this, the sole or most important factor for fulfilling life, but it is essential to move one's life forward. So we go back on, we close with the lecture, the idea given by these two Liberian musicians. Look for money, whatever you want to be. He said, if you want to ride big car, if you want to look good, look for money. The other guy said, money It's hard to look for, but look for it. How these Liberian songs are inspiring. These are the Liberian songs that I listen to. No disrespect, no demeaning to the rest of the other songs, but these songs gave me a whole new picture of life. And that's the essence, because music is messaging, just as what we do as media people, we message. So we figure out idea to impact. We send a message, they send a message across, all of us playing the same role. Look for money, it's good. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Raise your personality. Give society the understanding that you are your asset and no one is an asset for you. That your life depends on you. It doesn't depend on the next person. But every one of us exists on earth. People can sympathize and empathize with you, but you aren't their sole responsibility. You aren't their project. You are your own project. And it all developed from here, this mind. Why focusing on yourself is important with money. Thank you for being with us for this weekend's lecture. Kings 88.5. Why focusing on yourself is important. If God permits, we're back next week. Thank you all for being with us for this lecture. We can end this lecture without bringing on this guy again. I think he's called Little Bishop. Look for money. If God permits, we're back next week. I'm Sam Andrews.
Money. You want a big car, you want a good love, you want a good food. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want a big you. You want pay your play for people to say, man, brabby, hello. You want dress to impress the men and to say that you the good girl. Look for the money, 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 look for the money. I do more than easy. As soon as they bring that money, pay it on my head. When you get it mad by your you sell it. Do a better pick up it that one in your head. You go with the I say that money make it man. Everybody want for money man to be the best friend. But for the man go it can make you look at you. They can live up there for people, they can get them more on you. They can build you around when you're not strong, you will die with you. You not know that money can be bigger than some people who they believe in the charge violence. Come on. You gotta get it. No matter who you are, you gotta look for the markers. You want a big car, you want a good love, you want a good food. Look for money. You want go to school, you want be like dudes, you want a big you. Look for money. You want pay your play for people to say, man, grabby, hello. Look for money. You want dress to impress for men and to say that you the good girl. Look for the money, 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 money. Oh. Brother, I have to have the money to good and the money to bad, the money to fine and the money to whack, the money to sweet and the money to sour. Oh Lord, can I live without the money? I should feel the chest on Sunday with P&D. Be able to pay my tithes and my car for rent without the money. I'm skinny in the back.